Hey guys and girls, this is Martin from howtomakemobilegames.com on July the 6th today, July 7th now, just ticked over, 2015, 12:04 a.m. So it's kind of early for me, but I'm feeling pretty tired today, boy. I think my sleep patterns just kind of got a little bit messed up, and I was up super late last night doing a bunch of videos that I'll upload onto the channel soon. But this video is a reply to Necrozard, who is on the forum, and I think one of the first subscribers to the pro videos section on the forum as well. So it was great to hear from you, man. Thank you for sending the video message, and thanks for the kind words about the videos that I've done as well, and because you'd mentioned it was good that I was sharing the information. It's very cool to hear from somebody this way, because obviously most of the time we're talking, you know, me and the members on the forum are just talking through text, you know, posts on the video. So it's great to actually put a face to the name and a voice to the name as well. So I wanted to do a reply video because I think a lot of the answers to your questions or possible suggestions to your questions is something that a lot of people might be are in the same boat, and they also want to hear about as well. So, you know, overall, like you were just saying in the video, is that you've published a few games now, like you did 3 games in like 3 days or something like this, and you only got 10 cents from those games. You published on, I think, Google Play and Amazon, and on Amazon as well, that you said. I couldn't see the games clearly in the video. Sorry about that. The video quality was pretty small. So after I post this video, it would be great if you post a comment in the as a reply, and then post the links or just the screenshots of the games, so that we can get a better idea, and me and the other members can hopefully give some feedback as well. But yeah, I think the main thing that you were saying, and I think a lot of developers also feel this as well, is that you're just not making the money. You know, it's like you're climbing up this this hill that's getting steeper and steeper and steeper all the time, and it's just not happening. It is just not happening at all. And to be you know, just to be kind of open as well, yeah, that I feel the same way. Even now, a lot of the time, I feel the same way. Even though, like you said as well, you know, we do better revenue now, and I've managed to reach some level of success. I still feel that I'm climbing up this really steep hill, and like you said, you know, you're only making like a few cents a day. So you're not alone, really. Like I just did this video series last night talking about going from employee to entrepreneur, and I talked about a lot the starting revenue that we made in our games being like 1 cent a day, and then thinking that I was going to have some big success, and then it happened again, no success, and then again, no success, and again, it just kept on going on and on and on. And it was constantly breaking me down. So that video, those set of videos, guys, I'm going to be uploading. They are uploading right now, in fact, onto the channel, and then I'll be just putting them in order and then making them live, hopefully, I guess, by tomorrow. So, but yeah, I know exactly how you feel, man. It's a really, really challenging industry, especially now, because everybody can make games now easily. It's everybody... you know, and their cat can make games now for Android and iPhone. It's not a problem. The skill is really in the business and the marketing and getting the downloads, because it does take skill to develop games, definitely, but it takes, I think, in my opinion, it takes even more experience and skill to make the right types of games, and the games that you know are going to have a good ROI, return on investment. So I definitely know how you feel, man. You know, I could tell that I went through the same thing as well, and I'm kind of still going through the same thing as well in a lot of ways, because we're not breaking through any kind of barriers with Cobble Play and PandaTap. We're not making like tons of money all of a sudden. We're not super successful and you know, opening up a big office where I'm still in the apartment making games like this. And not that it's a big problem, but I mean it's a very slow climb. It's a very slow climb. Specific tips, if for those of you guys who are getting just like terrible downloads and terrible revenue from your games, I just wanted to give some specific tips as well, because it sounds like, you know, if you guys are on the forum and if you're subscribed to like the pro section, then you've definitely got like the drive and the heart to want to do it for sure. I think some specific like ideas is from my side, because I went through this for a long time. I really, you know, I mean, I didn't. It took me literally. I didn't say this figure in the videos that I did last night about employee to entrepreneur, but for 1 year I only made $3 a day, literally less on most days. Less than $3 a day for a year. 1 year. The only reason that I managed to keep going is that I was doing some teaching at the time to keep my, you know, to pay for rent and things like that. And also because I luckily I had money in the bank to sort of keep me going through that period as well. But for a long time, and even now, even after 4 years of doing Cobalt Play, started in the early 2011, I still don't feel like we've really like smashed through any kind of big barrier or had that kind of like jump in accelerated revenue or anything, or that, you know, that success moment. I still don't feel. I feel like it's a very slow journey where you learn a little bit, you learn a little bit, you learn a little bit, and I think probably most businesses are like that. I think those hit businesses that I read about and I get jealous of, where it's like, oh, Instagram sold to Facebook for £10 billion or whatever, or Oculus sells to Facebook for 20 billion. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what am I doing wrong here? But I think most businesses are a very, very slow uphill battle. That sounds kind of depressing to say it that way. It really does. But I think most businesses are that very, very slow, gradually improving their skill, gradually improving the quality of their business, their product, their knowledge, the people who are working on it, especially the founders, you know, the ones who are basically the kind of the ones who control the business overall, are slowly being able to figure out, okay, that works, that's working a little bit, that's doing a little bit better, okay, let's focus on this little part and we'll slowly get better. There's no like boom, skyrocket momentum of any kind. I never, throughout the whole Cobalt Play 4 years, and you know, no, it's never really happened. And maybe I'm doing something very, very wrong. But after 4 years, yeah, I kind of know how you feel, even though the revenue levels for us are obviously quite different at the moment. But some specific tips anyway, I just wanted to share. Like, I'd need to see what type of games you're making and give some specific feedback. So it would be great if you could post some screenshots and links as well for the reply to this video. That would be very, very cool. And then the other thing is, make sure that you're using a couple of ad networks. For example, like we do app loving when the game starts, so it shows an app loving ad. Show a chart boost ad between levels, and if you can, maybe have an ad mod banner in there as well, if it doesn't distract the game too much. A lot of players will say, oh, well, that's too many ads. Well, those players really don't care about paying even $1 for your game, so give them ads. That's just the way I feel about it. You know, if players are willing to, if they like the game and they're willing to part with some actual cash for it, like with just $1, then take away all the ads, you know, of course. But that's kind of the way I feel about ads. Have multiple levels in the game as well. Try not to do those single level games. We stopped doing that recently, and now we're focusing on multiple level games, or games that have a high retention in them, because that will keep the player coming back. If you can, build games with levels that are different as well. You know, like for example, like a 2D platformer has different levels because you can drag the platforms in different areas and the enemies in different areas, and you've got a different level each time. But have multiple levels in the game, and that's a very clear path for the player to follow. Base your games on SEO. Base the games on SEO. That is something that we are starting to get better at, and I'm not an expert at it, and there's no way, because if we were experts at it, you know, we'd be rolling in money. But we're doing better for sure. Since we did Dumbstickman 3 a few months ago. I can't remember what date that was exactly. Maybe in February, maybe March. We've gotten better. Because that game was based on definite SEO. It was definitely based on that. So we did. If you've watched the Google Play ASO video, I think you have. That was actually the wrong way around. We did the game first, and then we did the SEO afterwards. No, do the SEO first. Find out what searches. What are people looking for? Are they looking for like zombie games? Are they looking for like a maths game? Are they looking for a game based around some kind of popular personality? Be careful with that though, because you got to be careful of copyright. Are they doing searches for like gossip or something like that? You know, do the SEO first and then make the game around that. One of the things that we've noticed as well is to try and make the game stand out a little bit as well. Like our most popular, or some of our most popular games are ones which are kind of bloody, or maybe have some kind of like interesting theme or icon around them. Try not to do the this is just my opinion, but try not to do the same old like match 3, bubble swipe, jewel mash, fruit ninja sort of game. Like fruit, jewels, super casual. I just stay away from them, I think, because there's a million of them. There's a million billion of them out there on the App Store. So something a little bit different is definitely going to make you stand out. But that's based on SEO. If people are looking for I don't know, a Geometry Wars game, just for example, you know, then build a Geometry Wars game. It's based on search. It's not based on what we think would be cool. The actual game itself doesn't matter so much. You can make a shooter game, or you can make a bubble game if you wanted to, but the game has to be themed towards the SEO. You know, do the SEO first. For example, if you see, like I said, people are looking for like a pixel army game, just for example. Like you could make a match 3 game, but instead of bubbles or fruit, it's got little army characters. Whatever, then it matches that search, and then you're more likely to get the downloads. Do A/B testing for sure. Make sure you have some rough ideas of icons, mix them up, and that's recent for us because we found that it's had a really good impact. Do A/B testing on Google Play and then apply it to the other app stores as well. Just because the Google Play testing, A/B testing platform is very, very quick and easy. It gets your results within like 1 to 2 days. So the other thing I'd just say as well is try to mix up the games. Try and make something different. Try to, don't. If you continue to doing the same thing over and over, you're going to get the same results, and that's been true for us. I understand what you said about, you know, you're only making like 10 cents in 3 games in 3 days. We still have a bunch of games on our account that make nothing every day. Literally, it's only been the sort of newer ones where we've been a bit better at SEO and targeting specific searches and specific users that we've actually started to make money. The top like 3 games or something from Cobble Play are the ones that make all the money. There's another game like You Escape Sometimes 2, which is we've worked on for several months now and put a lot of time and effort into. And Ryan's been working really hard on that. And that game has been making like less than $1 a day, like for months. And we've worked on it for 6 months now. It's only just this past week that the downloads have started to go high because I started to do A/B testing and I re-themed it. I put screenshots on there to focus on the platform game that's inside of that game. And I changed the icon to the little devil icon. I think I talked about it in another video. So it's only this past week that the downloads have sort of gone from around, I don't know, 30 to 40 a day up to 180 a day, and it started to make revenue. You can do in-app purchases as well. You said that, you want to focus on those longer, deeper games. My opinion is with longer, deeper games is that it's a big risk. If you say you're going to spend like a month on a game, if you're not going to get the downloads, don't bother with it. My opinion. Don't get good at SEO first. That's what I mean. Is find a way to get the downloads for your games first, guys. Don't worry about, because even if you're getting 5 downloads a day for your game, it's not going to make enough money to cover that, say, like month or two of development. If you know that you've got a game that has good downloads and you know how to get good downloads on the next game and you've figured out how that works, then you can spend more time on it. So we've spent like I think a couple of weeks now building like our next game, and that's okay because I know that the previous game has done some really good downloads and has started to bring in some good revenue. Like our a ragdoll game, I think it's making around $30 a day. Just on iOS, $30 a day. That's amazing for us, and that's a new thing. Like most of our games make nothing a day, really. If we've got like 70 games and only like 5 of them or maybe 10 of them make some okay revenue, but then the top 1 or 2 make the best revenue. And that's only because recently, we've focused much more on the SEO side of things rather than just thinking around like game mechanics. Like if you want to build a bigger game, make it longer, make it deeper, that's fine. But my opinion is, first, make sure that your SEO is good. Make sure that you get the downloads, because if you know how to get the downloads, if you know how to catch people's eyes, get visibility in the stores or on the web or wherever, then making the money that's easier, in my opinion, because the downloads come first. Because even if you make a game for like 6 months, you can make the best game in the world for 6 months, but if you don't get any downloads or if you don't know how to do that, it's just going to be a big waste of time. So my opinion is keep making the small games, maybe taking 1 to 2 weeks to build those games, but make sure that you're doing the SEO first. Find the searches that people are looking for that are quite popular but are not very competitive. Have a variety of icons and screenshots ready. Make sure that the game stands out. Don't do another one. Don't do any of those fruit / ninja jewel diamond things, because there's a trillion of those. Make sure you move on to the next one and learn from it as well. Definitely do that A/B testing. That's been very powerful, and SEO as well, like I said. So, but I hope this was kind of useful to Necrozard and to everybody as well on the forum. It does take a lot of time. It really, really does, because like I said, even now, we're not like a big publisher. We don't get millions of downloads and we don't make tens of thousands of dollars each day or anything like that. Even though there is money, huge money to be made in mobile games, we're still trying to experiment and find the best way to, the best business model. Think about the business model rather than the game. Think about the overall business model rather than the game. But we're still trying to figure that out, really, because I still feel it's a very slow uphill battle for us as well. We're always battling, and we've been knocked down so many times. So it's interesting, because I was watching a guy the other month on an interview on I think on TV, and he was saying that in business, what you do is it's trial and error. You try and fail, try, fail, until you find something that works. But the thing is with Colbert Play and mobile games for us in general is that we haven't completely failed and we haven't completely succeeded. So we've trailed on for 4 years. If 3 years ago we had completely failed and I was making 0 completely, then that would have the mobile games would have stopped for me, and I would have gone on and tried something else, and then that would have failed, and then I would have gone and tried something else. So there was never this complete fail state. There was just this okay state for 4 years. So that's why it's kind of slowly gone up. But checking out VR could be a big sort of change for us. You know, that's a new area of the industry that we're hoping to get early in on and kind of capitalize in that, like it being a very early area of the industry. So once we've got more VR stuff, I'm definitely going to share with you guys and talk about what we've been working on. So that's kind of secret stuff for now anyway. But yeah, let me know if this video was helpful, guys. Keep going with it, keep pushing, focus on SEO. Don't focus on the game first, focus on the SEO first. And yeah, I'm going to do more, guys. And let me know what you think. And Necrozard, please post your links or games, screenshots and icons in the description in the forum here, because then we can everybody can quickly take a look and give some opinions and ideas on it. They are just going to be opinions, of course, and ideas. Really, you want to test it with the market, A/B testing, of course, and those are the final, those are the people that really matter, but hopefully we can give you some ideas anyway. So, but thanks for listening, guys. Let me know what you think about this video, and I'll speak to you all soon. Happy developing. Bye-bye.